All right, y'all, what's good? Today is the day. I am doing a three-part series on how to get your first 1,000 customers. And the reason I'm excited about this is because it comes with a huge announcement after day three, man. So check this out. I don't know many coaching programs that have helped so many people get to 10, 30, 50, 100K plus months, right? People are leaving jobs, getting to full-time entrepreneurship, full-time ecom business. And I'm excited that Gabe and I get to play a small part in that because we know what it feels like to be in our living rooms, coming up with an idea, buying cameras and equipment, don't know how to do half the stuff that we're trying to accomplish and needing guidance on how to make that happen. And so the whole concept behind what we're about to launch is that we're about to give everybody who's serious about building an ecom brand the opportunity to scale and grow a business with the right mentorship, right? So for some of y'all who've never heard of us or never seen our stuff, I want to share this with you. We own a portfolio of Shopify brands that have done over $20 million in sales. I got, you know what I'm saying? This is one of our Shopify plaques, over 100,000 orders, which we reached way back in 2020. Another one of our stores, we're about to get another plaque, and this one is going to be gold on the next one because we're getting to 500,000 orders. So I'm excited just to show you guys how to grow and scale a business. We've been doing it for a while, and we love to be able to help other people get that freedom from those jobs they hate or create a really strong secondary source of income so you can invest and grow and build wealth. So let's jump into it, man. How to get your first 1,000 customers. I think that's the hardest space because the majority of people, when you first launch, it's family and friends buying. And so one of the things we know is you cannot scale support, right? It's only so many shirts or so many products that your mama, your sister, your auntie can buy. At some point, you need strangers to buy from you in order to scale your business. So I want to talk about it. The question that I almost never get asked is that from people is how do you consistently do well over 100K to 400K months for over 5 years now? Most people don't ask that question. Most of the questions are around strategies and tactics, right? How do you run ads, or how do you do these things, or how do you do this? Because that's what they have perceived. That's the perception of that's the thing that's going to get me sales, right? And so for us, we don't think what's going to get us sales. We think what's going to keep us here 10 years from now. And if you learn how to do the things that we're about to tell you, it's going to help you get to some consistency, some longevity, and not just like a fidget spinner type thing where you're here one day and gone the next, right? No hoverboard sales. We're talking about Air Force One sales, something that people are going to continue to buy over and over and over again. And so what we want to do is help you learn the things that are necessary to grow it, not just the perceived things, right? Ads are good. Content, followers on, how do you get followers on social? All of those things are good. They're just not the foundation, right? So a lot of people just look at the building. They see this tall building, but they don't realize that the taller the building, the deeper the foundation. And so my job is to help you understand the foundation of what it takes to build and scale a consistently profitable ecom business. If that's you, you're in the right place. If not, you might want to keep scrolling, or you might want to turn this video off, because our goal is to help you build something that's excellent and consistent. So I want to show you this. Today is April 14th. You see it at the bottom of the screen. So just 14 days into this, we're at $89,000, which is up 72% from 2023 in just this one Shopify store, right? We own multiple that do incredible numbers. And so one of the things that I want to dive into with you guys is a deeper dive on how we look at things and how we grow businesses. And so these 3 days, I'm going to try to fit a ton of stuff in, but I'm going to start with what we know people overlook the most. So a lot of people like, how do you run ads and how do you get ads to work, right? And if you look at ours, right, this month, let's take a look at this. So I'm gonna move this. We've spent $16,700 on Facebook and IG ads, and so far we're at 89,000. So if you look at that, right, 89,000 divided by 16,000. We just gonna do a rough estimate. That is a 5.5 ROAS, right? That's pretty good. If you can do consistent 5.5 ROAS, you can build and scale a profitable business, right? Like we have a 15,000 square foot facility, 10 employees, people get paid well here, and we're still growing, right? And this is sometimes higher than that when we have the right drops and the right things, which brings me to the first point. Like none of this works. You see me rocking a joint that I'm rocking in the ad, right? I'm rocking this on the website. None of this works if you don't have a home run concept or a home run product. If you don't have things that people desire to buy, you're not going to be able to sell it, right? The very first foundation of building a strong ecom brand is you got to have a home run concept, and we have multiple, right? We sell out of things consistently. People like the products that we have, and there's a real big deep dive that we can do in the home run concept and how to not be so focused on what you like, but focusing on the community and the culture of the people that you serve. And once that clicks, like you can take off. But that's not the topic of this one. Just know, if you want to get your first 1,000 customers, you first got to have a good idea, right? The second thing, and I won't say second because there's no particular order on these, but I want to talk about systems, right? People just say, oh, let me run ads. Let me get people to my website. But here's what systems are, right? Here's what systems do. Systems are measurable. Systems produce consistency, and systems help you scale. What do I mean by measurable, right? Systems help you look at your website and be like, okay, this month we converted 1.49% of 59,000 people, right? So we got 1,143 orders. But what happens if 50,696 if we converted 0.3%, not 0.3, if we converted 3% instead of that? Now we get 1,790 in sales. So that's a totally different thing. Now if we get 1,790, these numbers go up to almost double, right? If we look at 6817, so the average person spends $68 on our website. So that's 2 items. That's a hoodie and a tee, right? What if we could get that number to 3? What if we had a system that got that number to 3? And now this order value gets to $80, $90. So now we can take the same amount of people that got to the website and convert more people up and get them to buy more stuff. And ultimately we would probably be halfway through the month at 150,000 instead of 89,000. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking systems. I'm talking, let's go back to it. I'm talking things like automations, pop-ups, reviews, right? If you have these things in place prior to running ads, now just say you get 1,000 people a day to your website. If you got 1,000 people a day to your website with no system, right? And you only converted 1%, and you got, 100 people to buy or 10 people to buy per day. All of the potential of the people that would buy from you because they're in automations and they give you email addresses and SMS and text, all of those people that would buy eventually, because maybe they came to your website and then somebody sent them a TikTok. Somebody sent them a message of something funny and they're watching it, and now they forget about your website or they forget what link they clicked on when they were on IG, right? All of these things happen all day long. So unless you get that information and you have automations in place, it's going to make it extremely hard for you to get the most out of your store. So again, Home run concept important. Next thing is having a system, right, to produce the level of consistency. Like, I don't have a doubt in my mind every month that we're going to do these types of numbers because we have a system. We have a system for drops. We have a system for email. We have a system for SMS. We got a system for product reviews, pop ups. We have a system and communication that builds community and not just salespeople, right? A lot of y'all are focused on sales when you should be focused on serving. How can I serve them the best? What problem does my product solve? Right? You just thinking, how can I sell the most? But if you ask the right questions, you can scale a business. It's $1 million worth of game right here. So what problem does my product solve? What problem um, what's the solution that you give them, and how well do you communicate that solution? I'm going into another day, right? So I'm gonna just stay right here with systems. So systems help you scale, right? So let's look at this, and I'm gonna talk about it. So again, let's talk. If you get 1,000 people per day to your website, and you have really good automations and really good pop-ups, you can feed those people who thought about buying from you who didn't buy over and over again until they see the value of what you offer, or they have money to buy it, and top of mind, they see your stuff and say, oh, I've been meaning to buy some of this, and they go to your website. So I want to show you just one right quick to show you what it's like. So if you go to our website, and I'm gonna pull it up here so you can see it. If you go to our website, right, and you scroll down far enough, you're going to see a pop-up. And this pop-up right here produces anywhere from 7 to 10% of emails. So if we get 2,000 people here today, we're going to collect 2,000 emails. Now, if this pop-up only collects 2%, then I'm not going to get as many emails. I'm going to get like 20 or 30 emails instead of 200. Let me tell you why this is important. Let me tell you why having a really good pop-up and a system for that is important. Because let's go here. Let me click on this. Let me show you our email system and show you this so you understand. When you have a really good system, over the last 30 days, we've done $43,000 through email. 21 comes from automations. The other 20 comes through the systems of how we do campaigns. And so if you don't understand the importance of campaigns, like you can see here, let me go to reports. Right? This email produced 600, 6,500, 7,000, 5,000, 3,400, 1,000, 7,000, 7,000. So like literally automations and systems give you the right to print money when you do drops, when you do releases, when you're building community. And if you don't understand like the importance of that system, then you'll skimp on it and you will lose money. You'll be leaking out what I call opportunity cost, right? What's the cost of the opportunity that you missed? Right? If I get 1,000 people to my website and I only collect 20 emails because 20 people bought, but the other 980 people who got there, who were curious about your product, never gave me information, there's an opportunity cost associated without keeping them engaged. There's an opportunity missed in that. So what I want to help you do is to show you that it's important to always be looking at your system to make sure you're tweaking it to the highest level. So let's look at some of my automations. And you can see these automations are cranking out, 6,000, 9,000, 7,700, 2,200, 5,800. These things are cranking out money because we have a system in place that helps us to get that amount of sales. And so it's important that as you build your company, you understand how important systems are. And so having a good pop-up, having good automations built in, having good email communications, SMS, there's so many more that I want to dig in and go to. I can't get to all of them. But then also reviews. I want to show you this. Like if you come to, let's see, I'm gonna just pull up a product that we've been consistently selling for years, right? We've had this hat for over 5 years. It's one of our best sellers. You can see people from all walks of life love this hat. People have been buying this hat all the time. So if you come to the website and you're like, man, like I go down, I'm like, oh man, there's so much social proof that this is a real company that I should buy from them, and that they have a really good product because people are saying great things about them with the reviews, right? All of these are systems. Another system is if they add this to cart, there should be an upsell of commonly bought things that people buy with this hat, right? So as you grow from 1 to 4 products to 100 products, there needs to be systems that come along the way that help you get $5,000-$10,000 in sales every single day. In fact, not just 5, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, right? So we've had days where we did 68,000 in sales, $52,000 in sales, $38,000 in sales because we created a system. We created automations and things that people need. So I want you guys to know, if you want to get your first 1,000 customers and you want those 1,000 to turn into 10,000, you need a system. You need a system. You need the right apps in your website. You need your website optimized the right way. You need to have it set up to where when you do run ads, it's running you to the right collections. It's running you to the right product. It's running you to pushing your customers to the right places to where they're not just buying one product, they're buying multiple products, right? So our goal is to help you with that, help you scale and get it. So just remember, this is day one, how to get your first 1,000 customers. Like right now, if you're getting people to your website and you go to your pop-up in your website and it's not getting you, a good amount of people coming to your website, there's a hole in your system and you need to get a really good pop-up. And so I'm gonna just give you this value now. The one that we use is Woohoo. Now, OmniSend has their own pop-ups. You can use that one if you like or not, right? But ours, Woohoo, I love this one. We've made over 2.5 million off Woohoo, but there's so many good ones. You don't have to just use this one. There's Wheelio, there's a ton of others, but I just know that your pop-up needs to have enough engagement in it, a style to it. And there's like 10 different ways that you can do your pop-up that makes people so intrigued that they have no choice but to say, yeah, let me roll the dice and put my email address in. Or let me give you my phone number so you can text me about this product, right? And so once you get that, you need automations and campaigns and different stuff in place to get those people to be indoctrinated about what you offer and how you plan to serve them, how you plan to solve their problems, how you plan to make them the best version of themselves. See, a lot of people see themselves as the hero in their company. I'm not the hero, right? I'm the guide, guiding people to the best version of themselves. I create things that make people's lives better. If you approach it that way and you look at it that way, you'll start to craft your communication in a way that gets people to see why they need your product. So day 2, we're going to jump into communication, but this is the first one. I want you to start looking at your website, looking at your systems, or start thinking through. Don't miss these things in the beginning because your system is very critical to grow and build a strong brand. So this is day 1. Do me a favor. Share this video with everybody in your community who you know is building a brand, who's trying to get to their first 1,000 customers, because we're going to go deeper into these things with the big announcement we have on Thursday. And true story, this is going to be the most affordable ecom brand academy that you've ever been a part of, and that anybody and their mama who's serious about building a brand, right, can do it. You spend more money on a pair of shoes a month than you would being a part of what we're about to do to help people at scale grow and build businesses. So I'm excited about it. Thursday is a big announcement coming. Below in the comment section, would love to hear your feedback on what you've heard and what you're thinking through as you build your brand on this. So remember, how to get your first 1,000 customers. I'm going to be going deeper over the next 2 or 3 days to show you guys how to get there. Let's build and let's grow. Let's get it, y'all.